G'day and welcome to the show. Now, there's not a lot of places in Queensland where you get to light a fire and rug up, you put on your woolens, your scarf, and you get that real European winter feel. But I'm in one of those places, so hang around because later on I'll tell you where I am. Also coming up, ever wanted to try this?
Roll up, I'm going to circus school.
How about breakfast with these guys?
A truly iconic Aussie experience.
Or the feathered kind?
Safe to say I got away with the birds.
And, sure to wow,
a music festival with a difference. Opera in the outdoors.
Sammy's up first.
We all know the tune. Roll up, it's circus time. But gone are the days where you can only sit back and watch. You can get involved too, here at circus school. Don't be on the lookout for a big top, but instead a big chimney at Flipside Circus. Lara, tell me about Flipside.
Flipside's awesome. We take classes anywhere from 18 months right up to adults. We do classes in a range of different activities, whether it's a combination of juggling, trapeze, or if you find something that you just really want to focus on, you can take a class just in that. It's really about having fun, showing off, and performance is a big part of circus, so it's really confidence building and taking a risk, and yeah, if people have a dream to go further, we can offer that and help them get there.
A dream that these girls are realising thanks to the help of their trainer, Aliyah Abishiva.
With this one, you're supposed to just drop your head backwards a little bit, yeah?
With over 20 years of experience under her belt, Aliyah is the head trainer for the Flipside Circus Performance Troupe, a group of students taking it to the top, performing at venues throughout the state. Gosh, Aliyah, you've taught them well. They're so good.
Oh, it's just the amazing. It's for the girls to be able to do stuff like that. It's just like give them posture and flexibility and the confidence even to be up top in the air. You know, it's very important, and it will bring them further in life. They will use this confidence.
Well, girls, you look like you're having fun. Are you having fun? Yeah. I reckon I should try it.
Yes, let's go. 3, jump, yeah, and try to slowly let go the ropes and put the hands on the side and balance with your legs. Yeah.
It is, you do.
That's good, beautiful, you're doing fantastic.
While some of the activities may look similar, just because you do all right in one doesn't mean you'll master another.
Now, this is the fun part.
This?
Yes.
This is the fun part, apparently.
Yeah. Come on, I'm holding you. And ta-da! Here you are. You done it!
I'm just like a circus performer. I'm better.
Okay, now you won't tangle up, but it's okay. Just try.
It's all in good fun though, as lucky for me, the school encourages a non-competitive environment.
Keep your legs crucifix and just let go. And the crucifix, let go. Ta-da!
Flipside Circus offers a free trial class. To book, visit their website where you'll find a full list of the classes and times on offer.
Well done!
The sun is peeking its head just over the horizon. It means just in time for a truly magical animal encounter. See you after the break.
You know, it's beautiful scenes just like this that actually get you thinking of chucking in the job, selling everything, and moving to your very own patch of paradise. But I mean, that's all pie in the sky thinking, right? You know, the impossible dream. Well, not so, because I'm about to introduce you to a family that did just that.
So g'day to Ben and Renee Atherton and their 3 kids. When they first visited Cape Hillsborough, which is just north of Mackay, they quickly fell in love with the place. So 5 years ago, they bought the Cape Hillsborough Nature Tourist Park.
We had a lot of work to do to get it to where we are today, but we've really turned it into a family-friendly and family-orientated business, and that's our biggest objective here, is to bring family back together. And the location just ties all that in. Best move we've ever made.
Since taking over, Ben and Renee have added an outdoor cinema, mini golf, and given all the accommodation a big makeover. And that includes the awesome beach cabins, which can sleep up to 8 people.
So the park has pretty much everything you need for an awesome family beach holiday. But to truly appreciate why Ben and Renee fell in love with Cape Hillsborough, you have to see all that's on their doorstep. Where are we off to, mate?
Ben is taking me on his favourite bushwalk to the Andrews Point Lookout.
Probably got a couple of hundred steps and we'll be at the top, but mind you, when we get there, I think it's going to be all worthwhile.
I love a bushwalk you can achieve in thongs too.
We're nearly there, Chris. Come on, you can do it. Only got 10 more steps to go, mate.
Could have done
We're nearly
without you,
there.
Ben.
Exactly.
Oh, I've got a good feeling about this.
So here we are, Chris. Where do you start to describe it?
Yeah.
You have to see it to understand it. It's just absolute gobsmacking. We've got the bottom end of the Whitsundays, we've got Keswick Island out here, Brampton just over there.
And you know what's funny? Ben said, oh, the water's a bit murky today. So that's murky water at Cape Hillsborough. It looks insane to me.
These views must be impossible to top, right? Wrong, because the best views at Cape Hillsborough are to be found at sunrise.
There's the sun.
Each morning, right in front of the holiday park, a mob of wallabies and eastern grey kangaroos start the day by dining on mangrove seed pods and seaweed.
I've never been this close to a roo in the wild, and in such a beautiful location. This is rare. So, mate, what sort of things do people say when they come down here?
Strangely enough, not a lot gets said. Most people are just down here to stand here and just suck it in.
There's no doubt about it. You'll fall in love with Cape Hillsborough, just like Ben and his family. To book your stay, head online.
This is where I'd be. If I was a kangaroo, this is probably where I'd come.
Cairns is the place to be next month if you're into mountain biking. Over 300 riders from 35 different countries will jump their way into town for the 2017 Mountain Bike World Championships. It's the third time the event has headed down under, and there's 20,000 spectators expected on the sidelines to see the explosive action from the world's best mountain bikers. On from the 5th to the 10th of September, adult tickets start from $15. Get in the loop by jumping online. For a change of pace, the Carnival of Flowers is on from the 15th to the 24th of September. Much more than just a flower festival, there's a mixed bunch of events, everything from food and wine tastings, pub tours, plus plenty for the kids too. It's a great time to jump in the car and enjoy a spring drive.
Coming up after the break, we meet Australia's first Monster Jam driver.
Growing up, I guess we were always really adventurous, and so we were always out being silly, having fun on a property somewhere, riding bikes, driving cars.
Plus, al fresco opera.
A music festival with a difference, outdoor opera.
My name's Rihanna Buchanan. I'm a stunty, an announcer, and Australia's first Monster Jam driver. Most recently, I was in Hong Kong doubling for some motorcycle stunt work for Scarlett Johansson on Ghost in the Shell. So it's been a very interesting ride, and it's been a whole lot of fun. My next, mission is with Monster Jam. So I'm the first Australian Monster Jam athlete. I'm going to be driving Wonder Woman on the Australian tour, which kicks off in October. And the very first one is in Brisbane, so it's going to be fantastic to be in front of my home crowd and giving it all I've got. So we're out here at the property we like to call the Hut, which is at Lamington in Queensland. The property here itself has some incredible different terrain. It is quite rocky, but at the same time you get nice slippery stuff as you head through the rainforest scrub, and Lots of big hill climbs as well. There's always, you know, something to keep you amused for hours on end up here. Going for walks, finding wildlife. There's absolutely incredible views to be seen all the way around here. It's just such an amazing place to be. Right behind us is Buchanan's Fort, which was actually named after my great-great-grandfather. So this property has a lot of significance to me as far as family history goes. In 1937, a plane called the Stinson actually went down in the border ranges here. Bernard O'Reilly, who went out, came across it. So our family, you know, played a bit of a part as far as the rescue went. Obviously, Grandad and his brothers were the first people that Bernard O'Reilly met. They took him back to the homestead, and my great-granddad was very instrumental in gathering people and equipment and cutting the stretcher track, which they then carried the survivors out on. Such an amazing story, and it's so awesome to be part of it. Lamington is special to me not only because of its natural beauty here, but also I guess it just feels like home. You know, you always find that one place that tugs at your heartstrings. This is it.
When you think of a visit to the opera, you probably picture a grand theatre with red velvet curtains. Well, what if I told you you could have the same experience outdoors with a picnic rug and the most magnificent backdrop? It's probably not the grand theatre you're thinking of, but it's certainly the grandest of homes. Jimbour House was built in 1876 on the Western Downs and remains one of Australia's most gracious heritage homes. Fittingly, it sets the scene for thousands attending the opera at Jimbour. This magnificent mansion has been in David Russell's family for almost a century.
Well, I grew up here. My grandparents bought the property in 1923. It was a ruin then. My parents then continued the restoration work. That whole period has been a process of development, reinterpretation of the property, and hopefully within its original tradition.
What a joy for you. This has been your life, and to be able to share it with so many people.
Yes, I really have loved doing it.
And why the decision to open up the property?
Well, what's the point of having something like this if you don't share it? It's just a cleaning problem and a maintenance problem. I mean, these places were not built as oases of privilege. They were built as almost as community centres.
Opera at Jimbour is just one of many program highlights of the Queensland Music Festival, this year led by local lady and talented vocalist Katie Noonan.
The great thing about the Queensland Music Festival is that we're all about community engagement, and so today we'll have a big sing-along. I love a big sing-along, and we're also going to have a big waltz together. Ooh. So it's not just the people on the stage, it's all the thousands of people we have today part of it as well.
The other thing that's wonderful about this festival, and you and your kind of ethos when it comes to music, is that how much good music can do in our community.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in the power of music to bring people together like nothing else can. Music is for everyone, and opera is for everyone, which I love opera, but I don't like the kind of concept that it's elitist and not for everyone, because it is. It's lots of fun, and today will be lots of fun. Queensland's Emily Burke and David Hobson say there's something enchanting about opera in the outdoors.
Because of that setting, I could imagine having a picnic, you know, have a glass of wine, tune in, tune out, talking over it. But that just didn't happen, which I think is remarkable. Like, there are a lot of people there, and there's a lot of other stuff going on, and they really stayed tuned in.
But curiously, old, like classical opera from the days of Handel, say 1700s, early 1800s, there was the idea of people going to the opera in their boxes, and they would talk and they would go in and out, and there would be repeat verses or choruses of certain arias. So it didn't matter. So talking through opera sometimes was part of what it was.
Opera at Jimbour is an event to mark off in your calendar. It will return again in 2019 as part of the Queensland Music Festival. And a little tip, Pips and Cherries can organise a picnic hamper for you. The grounds and gardens of Jimbour House are open to the public throughout the week.
Did you guess where I am? It's the beautiful Bunya Mountains, and these gentle giants here are about to give me the grand tour. See you after the break. You're a good boy. The Bunya Mountains, northwest of Brisbane, are home to the world's biggest forest of bunya pines. I've always wanted to visit this place, and winter is a top time to do it. At 1,000 metres above sea level, it gets pretty cold up here, so you can break out the beanie, the gloves and the parka. Rugging up is recommended when you've booked a ride on Bunya's answer to an open-air tour bus. You get the sense of time standing still up here in the Bunya Mountains. It's a place where doing things the old-fashioned way never goes out of fashion.
Why don't you jump up, Kip, and we'll head off and have a look.
Righto, Alan. Riding shotgun.
Yeah, you got the best view around.
Nice.
Up, Harry.
Alan Govan and his mighty draft horses are an institution up here. For 3 decades, they've been taking people on tours around the mountain.
There's a car of a bunya to give you a bit of an idea how big they can grow.
Jump on board for a 10-minute clip-clop or a 2-hour ride that dips into the state's most westerly rainforest.
All right, so this is part of the old main road going down here through the rainforest. You see this tree here? This is a lily pilly. Give you an idea how big they can grow in the wild.
Yeah, right. Alan's longer tours include a stop for tea and damper, either deep in the rainforest or here on his rustic deck. I can spot the bunya pines over there. I know what they look like now. While we enjoy the view, Alan builds a fire to get the billy boiling.
Do you drink herbal tea at all?
Yeah, I'll try it, yeah.
Good on ya.
Why?
Yeah, we'll give you a taste of some stinging nettle herbal tea.
It doesn't sound like it's something you want in your...
I know you'll be all right. Do you use your voice much in your job?
Yeah, I find my voice is quite useful in my job.
Butter here.
Oh, that's not bad.
What does it taste like?
It doesn't taste like anything, but I'm just waiting for the sting.
Oh, that won't hit for about another hour. You'll be off the ride by then.
Alan's a real larrikin, but his bush skills are pretty impressive.
All right.
Me, on the other hand, I'm more of a creature comforts kind of guy. So when it comes to accommodation, I want cosy, charming, and all the mod cons. Bunya Mountains Escapes can set you up in a family-sized, chalet-style home just a stroll from Dandabar village. And that's my next stop for a Bunya experience not to be missed. $5 at the general store buys you a seed tray and front row at a daily feeding frenzy. We're having fun. Yeah.
It's one of my head. It was on my head, Daddy. It was on my head.
Wild parrots aren't the only visitors getting a great feed up in the Bunyas. Head to the coffee shop and tavern for hearty meals or stake a claim on the deck beside the fire. And if you're keen to try the local delicacy, the menu includes bunya nut tea cake with cream and the chicken bunya nut salad. I can tell you this much, that is a lot tastier than the stinging nettle tea. The Bunya Mountains are about 3 hours drive from Brisbane. Check out these sites for more info on where to stay and things to do, including Alan's horse-drawn tours. For more weekend ideas, jump onto our website. You can also keep up with our travels on Facebook and Instagram. Queensland.com and the Queensland Rail travel websites are also worth a look. Before I say goodbye to the Bunyas, there's time for a farewell dinner at Lyrics Restaurant. This place serves a fantastic menu featuring fresh, local produce, and it has the country's highest whiskey bar. How's that for a great way to warm up on a chilly night? Cracking fire, good single malt scotch. I like the Bunyas. I think I'm coming back. I'm definitely coming back. That's all we've got for you. We'll catch you next time for more Queensland Weekender.